Do you hear that? That silence? That's the game. There's no menu music. The only sound is your heavy Cheeto eating breath echoing as you've made a mistake by purchasing this monstrosity. I would like to start this video off by saying I did not realize that this was a porn game. Well, half FPS, half dating sim, but at the end of the day, it's a porn game. Didn't know it.
You're still part of this, whether you like it or not.
I'm sorry, I don't think so.
On that note, welcome back to the best FPS, where I have my way with indie FPSs and tell you if it was worth it or not. Today, I will be discussing War and Roses, which was developed by Blaze Worlds. This was the only title of theirs I could find on Steam. I wonder why. I decided to check Google and found that they're actually hiring for an NSFW 3D animator. So if you're looking to make porn, then your big break is here. But enough about the sinners, on to the sin. The game starts with indiscriminate, huge-tittied woman number 1 coming in the middle of the night to exposition dump your player character, a scav from Tarkov. I'm not gonna act like there's some super deep story here, so I'm gonna read this from the Steam page. The all-female private military company Black Rose is established to battle a terrorist group hiding worldwide. The player is asked to join and lead the squad after the majority of its members were captured in a recent battle. Considering another game I know that has a specific niche of PMCs, I'm not surprised things went wrong. And that's pretty much all there is to the story of Wars and Roses. But it's a porn game, so what do you expect? Also based on the Steam page, Wars and Roses claims to be an intense close-quarter tactical shooter that features sneaky AI and bullet physics, which is really funny because it's total bullshit. This buggy, mangled mess has all the appeal of a one-armed stripper. You want to see how they perform, but when you witness it, you feel bad for even wondering. On the first mission, you start off on a random street and your secretary is glocked up. I tried a couple of buttons and discovered that shift is crouched for some reason. Getting into actual combat, I noticed the enemies just stray from each side and shoot at you, or they sit in a corner and camp, so it's basically Valorant. I want you all to understand that the gunplay in this game is atrocious. The weapons are so inaccurate and boring to use. The rifles at least hit hard, but good luck actually managing to hit anything. The recoil goes up and to the right, but actually controlling it requires the power of God to do. The recoil physically turns your character. What the fuck? And don't even think about putting an ACOG on any of the guns. Just don't do it. The only sniper in the game is a semi-automatic bolt action. Yeah, you heard that right. Semi-automatic bolt action. And it's genuinely better to hip fire than ADS with it because it's a damn laser from the hip. After doing the first 5 missions, you finally get to meet Maria, who's trapped in some sort of Silent Hill mixed with Saw-like barbed wire contraption. I don't know how she got here or anything, but I guess. You can switch the camera angle and get a good look at her knees if you're into that. It was here that I also found out you can move the camera around these scenes wherever you like. Porn game, again. This type of deal will happen a few more times with the other girls, except for the time that you get attacked by a bear, the time that you step on a landmine and survive somehow, and the one who shoots you. You gain favor with these women by taking them on missions, giving them gifts, or going out on dates. These dates are just different frames of poses with text on the screen that takes about 15 seconds to do. I feel like there's more gameplay depth in Honey Pop. My question is, if your PMC company is missing damn near everyone who works there, why are you going out into the field? Doesn't that sound counterintuitive? Then once you rescue the women, why are you putting them at risk once more by making them fight? It's actually really funny because using them as bait is one of the best things that you can do in this game. They work as a meat shield, UAV, and a turret all at the same time. It was once I made this realization that I felt like I needed to make them stronger. It would become machines of imminent doom, a force of which nothing could stop. I had all 4 of my squad slots filled and everyone was geared up, and I thought that success was inevitable. There's no one who can stop my army of women. But I was completely wrong. This game features some of the funniest dialogue that's ever been written, and that's only because it's so bad. featuring lines like, "Damn it, the gun got stuck at the critical moment. I prefer to have woman for breakfast. Is your pubic hair dense? Wow, your breasts are so big, are they augmented?" And my personal favorite, "I love how guys abuse my anus in any pervert way." I also noticed that there's not one black woman, and I think that's because the devs of this game are Chinese. And we know how the Chinese feel about black people. I'm just gonna touch on how shitty this game is by listing a few problems I've had during my playthrough. One of the NPC's textures hadn't fully loaded in and he looked like a mudman. The option to change sensitivity does not count for aiming down sights. I returned to the game the next day to find out that almost all the progress I had made was gone. This game has manual saves in 2022. A part of the prison map just doesn't load and I fell right through the floor. And that just scratches the surface of the possible jank that this game contains. There's also no ending to this game. You do the last mission and that's it. What about Sojun? Who knows? The game's a piece of shit. Don't waste your time or your money. Go do anything else.